Alright, this video is for Matteo, Dean, and Francesco. I heard that you like music, like songs such as Sicko Mode. Well, when I was young, Sicko Mode is what we termed for those people that wore socks with their sandals. It was the 80s, a time when men had long, flowing hair. Colors were bright and fluorescent, and it was the age of the rock band. And there was no greater rock band than Van Halen. In 1982, Van Halen was scheduled to perform in Pueblo, New Mexico. When they got there, in their dressing room was a bowl of M&M candies, a condition that was written into their contract with the venue promoter. Van Halen's lead singer, David Lee Roth, he flew into a rage. He went ballistic when he saw that in that bowl of M&Ms, there were brown M&Ms. So the band trashed the dressing room and reportedly caused $500,000 of damage, which back in the 80s was a huge amount. And then they just stormed off, didn't play the show. The amazing thing is that Van Halen still got paid everything that they were owed, because in the contract it said specifically that there were to be no brown M&Ms in that M&M bowl. Now, were these rock stars acting like divas having a spoiled temper tantrum? No, it was brilliant. It was an elaborate and very well thought out test to see if the concert promoter was doing their job. And it was designed to keep the band, the stage crew, and all of the fans safe. Van Halen shows were revolutionary for the time. They used more powerful lights and more elaborate setups than anyone before them. And so the engineering that had to go into building their stage was extremely important, and it was necessary that it was done properly. They put that brown M&M clause into their contract in the middle of the steps for building their stage to see if the concert promoter had read it carefully. The Alto high-speed rail project in Canada has given all of us a metaphorical bowl of brown M&Ms. What do I mean? Those brown M&Ms, in this case, is a type of soil called Leda clay. Leda clay, when put under pressure, turns from a solid into a liquid. That can cause buildings to start sinking into the ground, such as in Ottawa, the Amazon warehouse, or the new police station in Barrhaven. It also can cause landslides, like the Lemieux landslide in Eastern Ontario, and actually cause the loss of life, such as disasters like the Saint-Jean-Vianney landslide in the 1970s. Here's the amazing thing. The number of references that the Alto high-speed rail project has made to Leda clay, 0. They have not mentioned it once in all of their publications. Just for your frame of reference, even the builders of the Titanic mentioned that icebergs could be a hazard.
Is there anyone there?
Yes, what do you see?
Iceberg, right ahead!
Thank you.
And yet with this project, no mention of Leda clay. It forces us to ask the question, are the people at Alto stupid, or are they liars? Supporters say that these issues can easily be dealt with by engineering. Here's the problem. The engineering companies that they have working on the Alto high-speed rail project are the same engineering firms that worked on projects like Ottawa's LRT. And if you know anything about Ottawa's LRT, the engineering is not the greatest. Even just recently, we've had floods at stations under construction. We've had stations falling apart within the last 5 years after they were just been built. There are severe engineering challenges that were not addressed properly. And these are the same people that are going to be building a high-speed rail. Difference is when the LRT has a problem and goes off the rails, it's inconvenient. It may result in some injuries and loss of time. When that happens to high-speed rail, people die. And there's examples all over the world where high-speed rail has gone off the tracks and hundreds of people have been injured or killed.
On June the 3rd, 1998, a high-speed Deutsche Bahn train traveling at nearly 200 kilometers per hour derailed and crashed into a road bridge near the village of Eschede in northern Germany, killing 101 and injuring 100. It was the worst rail disaster in the history of Germany and the most catastrophic high-speed train crash ever recorded.
Truth is, Van Halen didn't cause $500,000 of damage to that concert venue. Most of the damage was caused by the promoter who did not properly install the stage according to the instructions. It damaged the floor of the arena and other areas. If Alto high-speed rail goes through without the proper care and engineering, it's not going to cause millions of dollars damage. It's going to be billions and the loss of lives. It's going to be this guy who decides the fate of Alto high-speed rail. And if you were to talk to any of the geologists that work for him, he'd find out that none of them live on Leda clay. And speaking of people who rock, I would suggest that he channel his inner David Lee Roth and go ahead and jump off this project, going down the wrong tracks. Matteo, Dean, Francesco, you don't have to thank me, but you could tell your broccoli-haired friends to like and subscribe to this video, pass it on, and I wouldn't say no to a bowl of M&Ms. Just no brown ones. Thanks.